Good everyone, my name is Graphics. In today's tutorial, we want to talk about crout'S method in solving equation. And the question we will be assessing today will be, it says, solve the equation below by crout'S method. X plus y plus z equals to 9, that is equation 1. 2x minus 3y plus 4z equals to 13, that is equation 2. 3x plus 4y plus 5z equals to 40, that is equation 3. Now the first thing you do here is to write this in augmented form, whereby you are separating the coefficients from the variable x, y, and z. Now if I should do that, I'm going to be having, from equation 1, I'll be having 1, 1, 1, that is the equation of x, y, z. For equation 2, I'll be having 2 minus 3, 4. That's the equation of x, y, z in equation 2. From equation 3, I'm having 3, 4, 5. That's the equation of x, y, z in equation 3. Close to it, I will now write in the variables, which is x, y, z, equals to the constant. That will be 9, 13, and 40. Are we there? Now the next step you do is you represent the first matrix to be A, the second one to be X, and the third one to be B, right? Meaning that my A is giving us 1, 1, 1, 2 minus 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. X is given to be X, Y, Z, and B to be given to be 9, 13, and 40, right? So the given system of equation now will now give us AX to be equal to what? B. I will term that to be my equation 4. Get the logic? Now that means another way of writing what I wrote up here is this. Now doing that, we will now see that let A be equals to the lower triangular matrix multiplied by the upper triangular matrix, that is LU. We call it equation what? Equation 5. So what is the lower triangular matrix? This is L11, 0, 0, L21, L22, 0, L31, L32, L33, right? That is representing the lower. Now for the upper U is giving us 1, U12, U13, 0, 1, U23, 0, 0, 1. That is representing the upper triangular matrix. Notice that in the upper triangular matrix, the diagonal element is unity, that is, it is 1. So if we now substitute the given values into the equation 5, we say that for A, we're having 1, 1, 1, 2 minus 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, equals to, for L, we have L sub 1, 2, 0, 0, L sub 2, 1, L sub 2, 2, 0, L sub 3, 1, L sub 3, 2, L sub 3, 3, right? That's for matrix L. Then for matrix U, which is the upper triangular matrix, we have 1, U sub 1, 2, U sub 1, 3, 0, 1, U sub 2, 3, 0, 0, 1. That is what we have there. Is that okay? Now, when we've done that, we will now start applying our knowledge in multiplication of matrix between two matrices. So if I should do that, I'll be multiplying L and U together, just so you can see. So if I start from there, I'll be having, from matrix A, we know we already have 1, 1, 2 minus 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, equals to, now you take the first row of the first matrix multiply it by the first column of the second matrix. So if we do that, we have L11 times 1 will give us L11. 0 times 0 is 0. You add them together, plus 0, plus 0 times 0 give us what? 0. So you'll be adding those ones together. Now if I go to the second column, I'll be having L11 times U12 plus 0 times 1, which will still give you 0, plus 0 times 0, which will still give you 0, right? So I'll go to the third column of the second matrix. I'll be having L11 times U13 plus 0 times U23 plus 0 times 1, which will give you what? 0, right? This is what we have in 0, 0. Now that is for the first row. For the second row of the first matrix, we use it to multiply the first column of the second matrix. So this will give us L sub 21 times 1 will give us L sub 21 plus L sub 22 times 0 give us 0 plus 0 times 0 will give us 0. Now go to the second column, which is multiplying the second column of the second matrix. We'll be having L21 L sub 21 times U sub 12 will give you L21 U12 plus L sub 22 times 1 will give us L sub 22 plus 0 times 0 will give us 0. Now go to the third column. L sub 21 times U sub 13 will give you L sub 21 times U sub 13. L sub 22 times U sub 23 will give us L sub 22 times U sub 23 plus 0 times 1 will give you what? 0. Now go to the third row to start the process all over again. So for the first column here, we'll be having L sub 31 times 1 will give us L sub 31 plus L sub 32 times 0 will give us 0 plus L sub 33 times 0 will give us 0. Now go to the next column. L sub 31 times U sub 12 plus L sub 32 times 1 will give us L sub 32 plus L sub 33 times 0 will give us 0, right? Now we'll go to the third column. L sub 31 times U sub 13 will give us L sub 31 U sub 13 plus L sub 32 times U sub 23 will give us L sub 32 times U sub 23 plus L sub 33 times 1 will give us L sub 33. That is what we have for this particular part. So if you rewrite this where we know L11 plus 0 will give us L11. Are we good? And we have L sub 12 U sub 12 plus 0 will give you L sub 12 U sub 12. Then we'll be left with L sub 11 U sub 13 plus 0 will give you L sub 11 U sub 13. So if you do that for the rest, we'll be having this. How good? Now we have removed the 0 from there because 0 has no meaning in this equation. Now, since we've done that, this is what we're having here. So we'll start comparing because of the equals and equality of matrix. So we take the first matrix and the first element equals to the first matrix in the first element in the second matrix. So if you compare, so my L11 will be equals to 1 because you see where they are placed. Now we'll go to the next one. L sub 11 U sub 12 equals to 1. But we know that my L sub 11 is 1. So if I input it there, I'll be having 1 times U sub 12, and that is equals to 1. So U sub 12 is 1. I'll go to the next one. L sub 11 U sub 13 is equals to 1. But I know my L sub 11 is equals to 1. So we'll be having 1 times U sub 13. That will be equals to what? 1. Right? So U sub 13 is 1. So we go for U sub 13. Go to the next one. we have L sub 2, 1. If you compare, will give us what? 2, right? To the next one, we have L sub 2, 1, U sub 1, 2 plus L sub 2, 2 is equals to what? Minus 3. But U sub 1, 2 is equals to 1, and L sub 2, 1 is equals to 2, as we've gotten our previous answer here. So if you put it into that equation, you're going to be having 2 times 1 plus L sub 2, 2 equals to minus 3. So my L sub 2, 2 will now be equals to minus 3 minus 2, because when 2 goes to the other side, it becomes what? Negative. So my L sub 2, 2 equals to what? Minus 5. Is that taken? Now go to the next one, who is telling us L sub 2, 1, U sub 1, 3 plus L sub 2, 2, U sub 2, 3 equals to 4. Now we know that my L sub 2, 1 is 2 times my U sub 1, 3 is 1 plus my L sub 2, 2 is minus 5 times my U sub 2, 3 is still U sub 2, 3 equals to 4. Now if you do the needful, 2 times 1 is 2, and minus 5 times U3 will give you minus 5U3 equals to what? 4. So if you do the needful, you collect like terms. Minus 5 U sub 2, 3 will now be equals to 4 minus 2. So dividing both sides by minus 5, U sub 2, 3 will now be equals to minus 2 over 5. Right? So that's for that. Now if you go to the next one, we have L sub 3, 1, right? Equals to 3. Then the next one, we have L sub 3, 1, U sub 1, 2 plus L sub 3, 2 equals to 4. We know the value of L sub 3, 1, which is 3, times the value of U sub 1, 2, which is 1, plus L sub 3, 2 equals to 4. So L sub 3, 2 will now be equals to 4 minus 3, right? Because 3 times 1 is 3. When the 3 goes to the other side, it will become minus 3. So L sub 3, 2 is equals to what? 1. Now we'll go to the next one again, the next equation. L sub 3, 1, U sub 1, 3 plus L sub 3, 2, U sub 2, 3 plus L sub 3, 3 equals to 5. We know L sub 3, 1 is 3 times U sub 1, 3 is 1 plus L sub 3, 2 is 1 times U sub 2, 3 is minus 2 over 5 plus L sub 3, 3 equals to 5. Now 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 times minus 2 over 5 is minus 2 over 5 plus L sub 3, 3 equals to 5. So if I collect like terms, take 3 and minus 2 over 5 equals to the other side of the equal sign, my L sub 3, 3 will now be equals to what? 5 minus 3 plus 2 over 5. 12 all over 5. So that is my L sub 3, 3. Is that taken? So these are the equations these are the values we have of all the values we have for the upper and the lower triangular matrix. Is that taken? Now if we put their value into the matrix above, we'll be having, wherever you see L sub 1, 1, you put 1, and so on and so forth. So we have 1, 0, 0, 2 minus 5, 0, 3, 1, 12 all over 5, and U will now be equals to 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, minus 2 over 5, 0, 0, 1. So I just input their values. This is what we have here. Now, if you now substitute A equals to LU into equation 4, right? That is AX equals to B. If you put your value of A equals to LU, we'll be having LUX equals to what? Equals to B, right? That will be my equation 6. So from there, we'll say that let UX be equals to V. That will be my equation 7. Is that taken? So in doing that, we will now put our value. Instead of writing the UX, we'll be writing LV equals to what? B. Right? That will be my equation 8. So what is the value of L? We have it already. So the V here, we'll let V to be equals to V1, V2, V3, since it's a 3 by 3 matrix, equals to What is B? B is 9, 13, and 40, right? So if you multiply, you open the bracket here, you use your knowledge in multiplication of matrix, we'll be saying that the first row times the column. So if I do that, 1 times V1 is V1, plus 0 times V2 is 0, plus 0 times V3 is 0. I'll go to the next row to multiply this column. We have 2 times V1 is V1, plus minus 5 times V2 give you minus 5 V2, plus 0 times V3 is 0. Go to the third row, we'll be having 3 times V1 is 3V1, plus 1 times V2 is V2, plus 12 over 5 times V3 is 12V3 over 5, right? Equals to 9, 13, and 40. So what we have here, if I write it without the 0, we'll be having V1, 2V1 minus 5V2, 3V1 plus V2 plus 12V3 over 5 equals to 9, 13, and 40. Now what we have here, V1 is equals to 9, right? That is the first, because of the equal sign in between, the first element in the first column is equals to the first element in the second column. The first element in the first matrix is equals to the first element in the second matrix. So from here, we have V1 equals to 9. We also have 2V1 minus 5V2 is equals to what? 13. But V1 here is equals to what? 9. So we're having 2 times 9 minus 5V2 is equals to 13. Minus 5V2 will now be equals to 2 times 9 is 18. If I take 18 to the other side, it becomes minus 18. So we have 13 minus 18. So minus 5V2 will now be equals to minus 5. So V2 will now be equals to minus 5 over minus 5. That will be equals to what? 1. Because you're dividing both sides by minus 5. So we'll go to the third one. 3V1 plus V2 plus 12V3 over 5 is equals to 40. We know V1 is 9 and V2 is 1. So we're having 3 times 9, which is 18, plus 1 plus 12V3 over 5 equals to what? 40. So if you take like terms, we'll now be having 2V3 will now be 5. How good? So we've gotten V1 to be 9, V2 to be 1, and V3 to be what? To be 5. Right? So we've gotten value for V1, V2, and V3. Now, from the other equation that will say that US is equals to V, so put a value for U, this is a value for U, and the value for X is X, for X is X, Y, and Z, equals to the value of V is 915. Now, if you do the same thing, we'll be having to take the first element, multiply the first row and the column of the other element. So we're having 1 times X is X, 1 times Y is Y, 1 times Z is Z. You're adding them together equals to what? 9. Then you go to the next one. 0 times X is 0, plus 1 times Y is Y, plus minus 2 over 5 times Z is minus 2 over 5, minus 2 over 5Z equals to what? 1. Now we'll go to the next one. 0 times X is 0, 0 times Y is 0, 0 times 1 times Z is Z, right? That is 0 plus 0 plus Z equals to what? 5. Now that is what we have. So this is equation 1, equation 2, and what? Equation 3. Now if you do the needful, we'll now say that from equation 3, Z is equals to 5. All together. So you substitute it into equation 2. So we should be having y minus 2z over 5 equals to what? 1. Are we good now? And what is the z here? Z is 5. So we have y minus 2 times 5 over 5 equals to 1. So my y will now give me, if you multiply 2 times 5 is 10, divided by 5 will now give us 2. So if I take the 2 to the other side, it becomes plus 2. So my y is equals to 1 plus 2. So y is equals to 3. Similarly, substitute y and z into equation 1. We'll be having x plus y plus z equals to 9. We know x plus my y is 3 plus my z is 5 equals to 9. So my x will now be equals to 3 plus 5 is 8. So when the 8 goes to the other side of the equal sign, it becomes minus 8. So x is 9 minus 8, which is equals to what? 1. So my values for x, y, and z is 1, 3, and 5 respectively. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.